And okay, so we're now recording. It is Monday, October 1st. Very, very exciting weekend. Even more exciting, we have a special guest on here, and I have no idea if she even wants to talk. But I see Karen Riley's gorgeous face. She's muted. She doesn't have her video going, and I'm going to give her 10 seconds to come on and join us if that was her intent, because this is a surprise. And if I see you drop off, I'll know it's because Terry's not on here and I am. 3, 2, 1.
Foster,
Yes.
I saw Paul's face on that. And it said Karen Riley, but Paul was on a second ago, and then the screen came back up with Karen's face.
Okay, I knew they were close. Okay, that's awesome. So now, so we're going to assume that the Karen Riley face is left over from Paul Taira presenting this weekend when he was doing our Zoom when Jerem Webb and Chuck Funky came on, but that's hilarious. Thank you, Jenny, for clearing up that mystery. Okay, so we are post-convention recap weekend. What a weekend it was. What great talent in the room. It was so awesome watching David Silverman do an amazing presentation as only David can do. Us having fun with him, he's awesome. Paul Taira taught so many segments of the presentation and the Genie training and the compensation plan training, and I can't thank him enough. My wife set this whole thing up, and she never wants me to talk about that, so I'm not going to talk about how amazing my wife is and how amazing the event turned out because of my wife's diligence. So it was really amazing. So what I'm going to do is, now that I see Karen Riley isn't here, but Paul Taira is.
Oh, hold on. This is funny. I was trying to figure that out myself. So Karen used my computer to connect with Jerem and
already
Chuck
explained
on Saturday.
It's already.
And I'm sitting here trying to scroll and look and say, where is my account? I'm not seeing my name in the whole list.
It was all awesome. So we now know you and Karen Riley are interchangeable, and that's interesting.
So hold on. I'm going to go get my blonde wig. I'm going to go offline and reconnect after blonde wig.
That's so in the interest of time, if you wanted to talk and just recap about what it is that you taught this weekend, if it's better for you to do it now, I'm happy to let you tee up first. So I'm on your schedule, Paul.
So even though I am not Karen Riley, but I can play her on a Zoom call. You don't want me to wear the wig? No, I'm just kidding.
I think you're about the same height as Karen Riley, and you both are funny and filled with intellect. So why don't you just start talking now, as long as you're okay with it, and that'd be awesome. And by the way, sure. Paul is consenting to do this. He's still on vacation, his work vacation. Are you up in the Boston area, Paul?
I am. I'm actually in Cape Cod, in a beautiful Cape Cod area. I just was able to play about 9 holes with my good buddy Bill Finn, who you know.
Absolutely.
Gold executive Billy. And what was that?
No, just so we're really thankful that while you're away, you're still taking time out to support everybody like you always do. So if you just give us a little bit of a heads up, you talked a lot about a lot of things. So if you could just give people just sort of steer them to Genie in the funnel, and that I think would be amazing. Thanks so much, Paul.
Absolutely. So for those people out there who use Genie, there was just an update push today with regards to the release of the new health tracker. So you can actually, all the new people that are signing up and going with Genie will be able to track all their results, and you want to encourage them to do so, because that health tracker is going to constantly remind them to be tuning in and make sure that they are realizing that they're getting results with the product. Not be the specific result that was the highest on their priority list right away, but by filling out answering the questions, just like we have in our health questionnaire, it's going to help to track them, give them SMS messages, and it's an amazing, I think, going to be a very powerful part of the platform. So what we did over on Saturday there in New York, we shared another component that, again, is going to help to target business builders for you and your organization. Again, I went over stressing that the initial messaging is very, very key and critical, that you are identifying people who really want to change their life. Basically, they're not happy with their career path. They're not happy with the amount of income they're earning. They're not happy with the amount of free time they have. They're not happy with when they're going to be able to retire. Again, most of us, if you think about it, you probably know these things with people that you love and your friends and that you've had good conversations with. And once they share this with you, again, that's the design of the funnel. And what I'll do is real quickly, because I just want to share my screen real quick to share with you how people can get their funnel. If again, for those of you who were there on Saturday or who have seen our funnel page group, my messenger, by the way, that on screen there, you're going to see m.me/Paul Taira. That's to Facebook message me. So you can go to any web browser, pull up any web browser, if you use Chrome or Internet Explorer or whatever, type in m.me/Paul Taira, just as you see on screen, and you'll be able to send me a message, and I will ask me to add you to our funnel group if you're interested. At the top of that page, you will see a video, and that will give you instructions on the whole process. Okay. So again, that's really key. I also kind of would love to point out what that actually looks like here. Because I know, like, even in the training on Saturday, there were some question marks. People really, I don't think, understood what I was sharing with you. But if you just typed in, again, a web browser, you went to m.me/Paul Taira, and you hit enter, it's going to come to like what you're seeing right now, basically, is an instant or a Facebook Messenger conversation thread where you can type me a message, hello, whatever, or please, in this case, please send, or please add me to funnel group. You can just say something like that, and I will add you to the group. Just as a side note, this is kind of fun. This is like for those of you who like to talk to yourself. Okay, you can sit there all night. You could be typing yourself messages, replying back. So if you're lonely out there, feeling like you're not loved, okay, know that you can just go to m.me/your own username and start messaging yourself, just as a heads up. Okay. That being said, let me come back over to the recruiting funnel page. These are the elements that you need to set up your recruiting funnel. You do have to have a Facebook business page. So if you're not familiar with what a Facebook business or a Facebook fan page is, you can go to YouTube, as I show here on screen, and search how to set up a Facebook business page. And the reason I like this particular method is because Facebook is constantly updating this process. So if you go to YouTube, there's always someone who's got the latest, way to do this and the best way to do it. So just scroll up to the one that has the most hits, the most likes, and then learn how to set up a free Facebook business page there at YouTube. Then next, you can get your discounted 22 social account at 22signup.com. Again, it's deeply discounted, like over 30%. So you can go there at 22signup.com. It'll give you all the specifics there. And if you want to set up your page, that's who you're going to message. You're going to go to m.me/Ivan with 2 N's .Mancia. Okay, just again, m.me/Ivan.Mancia and request that you would like to set up a page, and he will send you the instructions on how to do so. Okay, so again, we covered all the specifics of that in the Saturday training, but I just wanted to go over that for those of you who might not have been involved in the training. And again, if you have questions, you can message me. You have my messenger information, so feel free to do that. But I just want to provide you with that information. And again, all of this you should be tracking in Genie, in ABC, because again, you're just going to be directing people to your funnel page, doing the whole follow-up process, and making sure that you're just there to educate and answer questions. So it's a very non-salesy type thing. It's just purely education. And that's all I got. Foster, back to you.
Okay, Paul, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. Fire away.
Okay. So when this is all done, we've messaged you, we've messaged Ivan. Our goal is to get a link that
Correct.
We can send. Okay.
Correct.
Now, if we're sending somebody a new prospect information from Genie, can we just put that link into the body of that message that we're sending to them?
Great question. Absolutely. Because Genie allows you to create, email messages where you can actually type in any text, including sending them a link in that. And what's also neat is that when you do it through Genie, so you're going to be able to track what you actually did. Genie will automatically make a note entry and say, you sent something to this person, and you can actually look at the message, the email itself, and say, oh yeah, that's when I sent them the link to my funnel page, right? But then also the funnel page itself, if they go through the gate, in other words, if they click on, yes, I'd like to learn about 5 elements of all 5 elements of a successful business and what to look for, then you will capture their information as well there. So you're going to have validation. And really the key for everyone out there is this is just a sorting tool. It's being able to take people from being a suspect into being a prospect, a real prospect that's interested in the information that you have, and doing it in a way where you're not sounding salesy. You're just educating. And the people that want more education on how they can control their time, have start to build a residual stream of income, have more time they can spend with their family, and have the ability to retire in a few years versus a few decades. That's the audience we're now identifying, and that's the whole design of the process, is education and sharing. And that's why I think it's hopefully when you are sharing this with other people, that they can start to now take down some walls and stop feeling like, oh, I've got to sell people this or something, and feel like it's complicated, I can't explain all this. It's like, no, you're going to send them to this process, and we're going to help people do the same thing.
Okay, so let me see if I'm oversimplifying. So let's say there are people on this webinar right now, or they know people who don't have enough money. Would it make sense that they not talk about the product much ever anymore, and instead just ask the simple questions, get them into the funnel, and let the funnel do the majority of the work? Is that too simple?
No, that's not too simple at all. Again, and what we talk about in the training when you get added to the funnel group, it's the 4 questions of, and again, most of us, when you're calling someone, talking to someone, that's the information that you really want to be focused on getting out of someone is, hey, what do you do for a living? How is that? Is that awesome? Are you excited about that? What do you think most people say? Well, it pays the bills, So once you're starting to get this feedback and go, well, they must pay a fortune then to do that, right? And they're like, yeah, right. So you're getting, and again, all these things are just finding out, are you happy? And again, it's not our job to trick anyone or try to convince anyone to be something they're not. No, it's just getting information. And the people who say, man, I hate what I do. I don't make enough money. I don't have enough free time to spend with my family, go to my kids' soccer games. And I don't know when I can retire. I can't even imagine ever be able to retire. I've got every month, it seems like I'm getting deeper into debt. Okay. Then it's like, hey, would you be open to taking a look at another way an exciting new way to generate new income, leveraging the internet, technology, social media? Well, the right person will say, yeah, what is it? Send it to me. How do I do it? How do I get started? That's who you're looking for. Now, if you do run into somebody who says, oh man, I'm doing amazing in life. Oh, life is great. I have all, which is going to be, I think most of us would feel, the minority of people out there. But if they do, then you take them on a product path, right? Then you take them, well, you know what? I want to make sure you stay as young as possible for as long as possible. I want to make sure I help you prevent getting, how's your physical health doing, right? Then you start to go in that product discussion, and then maybe have them as a customer. So again, I think that's really the thing, is that just taking people down one consistent path to identify first, are they going to potentially build be a business builder? And if not, then okay, they're solely a customer. I think that's what really a funnel process is designed for.
Okay, awesome. And so I would love to say that, so all of you wish that Paul Taira was sitting on your lap, or you were sitting on his lap, and have him talking in your ear to teach this stuff. That's what Genie does. Genie has Paul's brain and lots of other people's brains in there to tell you exactly what to do, follow her to-do list. And that's how this is done now. That's how the really successful people are going to get it done from here forward. Thank you so much, Paul, for being here Saturday. My brother, we can't thank you enough.
Absolutely. Real quick. So the funnel part is at the recruiting funnel group. So again, message me and I will add you to that. You can watch that. It's about a 9-minute or 12-minute video clip. I'm sorry, that initial one's about 15, but it's going to be 15 minutes and it will give you a more clear and concise explanation shared. And it will tell you too how to leverage Genie to integrate that as well. Thanks so much, Foster.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Paul. Go back. Love to Finn, please.
Will do. Take care, guys.
Thanks so much. Appreciate everything.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so now all I have to do is figure out how to get my notes up here. Okay, so it was an amazing time this past weekend. We had Karen Riley in from Utah. We had so many people there. We've had so many signups in the last 3 days. There were also things going on in Colombia. They were doing a sort of a soft launch of Colombia this past weekend. We have so many signups from there. Just really exciting stuff. So I am going to, give me a second. 1 second. Everybody, 1 second. Uh-oh. Who's got a good joke? Paul told a really good joke. Who wants to unmute themselves and tell us the joke that Paul told us this weekend? Exactly. What do you call? Go ahead. Who's up there?
What do you call a dog with no legs?
What?
No legs. Doesn't matter. He's not going to come anyway.
Exactly. That's what we get to learn when we're there. Okay. Everybody hold on 1 second for me. Nobody move. There you are. Okay. So this weekend was awesome. It's important that everybody knows that we have the Envision Conference coming up in January. So as of today, the Envision Conference is going to be $99, and that is going to be an amazing event. The Envision events are incredible. It's training, it's ethics training, it's culture training, it's learning from the leaders exactly how to do this business. People like Paul Taira, people like David Silverman, what are they doing to have massive success? And then they teach us. So it's really amazing stuff. So I'm going to pull up, I think. I'm going to pull up. I might have to pull my wife out of mothballs and show me what to do here. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, everybody hold on for a minute.
I believe in you, Foster. You got this. Come on. You're muted now.
Okay, note to self. When looking for Terry's notes, look under notes. Don't look under pages where I wrote all that stuff for the weekend. Okay, so congratulations to those that made the commitment to next year's convention in Las Vegas. We already have 28 people who prepaid for convention for the $179 price. We have 2 tickets left. That's all we have, and tickets will not be on sale again until January at $299. If you or anyone you know want the next 2 tickets, the last 2 tickets, if it's in the chat section that shows up here, the first person that says, I want the 2 and pays by tomorrow, they can have those last 2 tickets. Okay, they will not be on sale again until January. That'll be $299. Now, if you're not sure, you can still purchase it, and those tickets are transferable, but not refundable until August 15th, 2019, if for some reason you can't make it. Everybody should know, on the 27th of September, we just booked this tonight, Scott LaValle, who had an amazing group at his presentation 2 weeks ago, up in Poughkeepsie with Emily and Maureen. They had about 20 people, 22 people in the room. They invited 20 and ended up with 22. How does that happen? That was amazing. We got so many signups, rank breaks. It was awesome. So we're going to be in Pauling on the 27th. After we get back from the Diamond trip, that'll be our first official act when we get back. Okay, everybody knows Salt Palace Convention Center. That's where the Envision is going to be. That's January 17th to the 19th. And you can register today. And I am going to cut and paste that, I think. Of course. And if we go here, and then if I go to chat, and I go to here, and I have to change that to telling everyone. Okay. I think I just sent that as a private. The tour is full. Okay, Command V. Okay, so now everybody knows how to get to Envision. Oh, look, and I'm not muted. This is all awesome. Okay, now I'm going back to notes to see what else I should talk about. Okay, did you know that after the annual Diamond Summit, where we're going to Ireland the end of next week, there's going to be presentations in Dublin and in London for all of you who have European teams. So you can go and you can register for those, and I am going to cut and paste the information for those of you who have teams or want to build teams over there. It's going to be very exciting. You're going to have corporate. You're going to have Alan Noble teaching over there. It's going to be pretty amazing. Very, very exciting stuff going on all over the world. Okay, what else should we know? Okay, and that's who do you know in the United Kingdom? So let's get the rest of that information for those events. This is where you register. Isn't it cool that you're all part of a global business that is exploding worldwide? We had one of our team members called us up the other day and said, hey, can you talk to this woman from the Philippines? Turns out she has a wellness center in the Philippines, instantly got in the business with 4 cases, and is very excited to meet with Paul Taira in the Philippines in November. It is just getting so exciting. And as long as you keep building and leading with that business model, you're going to be very, very happy. Okay, what else should I tell you about? Okay, so this Tuesday, tomorrow, the Health Professional webinar is going to be with Dr. Richard Michael, who is on the Medical Professionals Board, with myself and 4 others. He is an amazing guy. He has an amazing heart. He's brilliant. He has a huge clinic, a support staff of 60 people down in North Carolina, and that's going to be tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Of course, I'm going to post that right now because now I figured out how to do that. Okay, and those are all those webinars are great, and he's going to be really awesome to listen to. He's just a really, really brilliant, smart guy, and he's sort of new to the Redox world. We got to sit in an airport lounge and speak for about 2 hours, and he was just really, really brilliant. So for some reason, that doesn't want to post. So everybody knows that's healthprowebinar.com, and that's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, healthprowebinar.com. Now, this week is the first week of the month. So we're going to join us for the exciting In Touch call on Wednesday, October 3rd, 1 p.m. Mountain, that's 3 p.m. Eastern. And that, of course, is going to be with the lovely and talented Karen Riley, our Regional VP of Sales of North America. And the special guest will be the same special guest that we had this past weekend, Dr. David Silverman, Ambassador Diamond. Nobody does a presentation. Nobody speaks like Dr. Silverman. He is a treasure. He is one of my dear, dear friends. And listen to him on the In Touch call because it's going to be amazing. And there's your information for the In Touch call. Look, I'm getting this stuff on here. Okay, now, Here's a little bit more information for how to get to the In Touch call. I'm not going to post the diamond call information because we have to hide that from you until you're a diamond, and we can't wait until you guys join us. So there's the In Touch call. It is going to rock this time with David and Karen, I assure you. Okay, wait, and there's more. This is how else you get to the In Touch call. Sometimes it doesn't let us. You know what? Just go to www.asiaintouch.com, and that's going to be the best way to get there. Okay, Thursdays. We have Alan Noble doing events every Thursday night. It's an introduction to ASEA for your guests by ASEA Ambassador Diamond Alan Noble. Nobody does it like Alan Noble. He is polished, he is refined, he's eloquent. That's going to be this Thursday, October 4th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, you can get there by going to discoverasea.com, and that's going to be available for replay for 48 hours after, no longer than that. So try to get people there Thursday, and if they can't, they can come on for the next 48 hours, and they can watch it all over again. Okay. October, A-Team Support Spotlight is ASEA events. Did you know that there's a place to find all the upcoming ASEA events in A-Team Support? It is incredibly important for your ASEA business to stay informed and know where the events and when they are. So let's paste this into that chat section so you can know exactly how to find around the country and around the world where events are going, where your people can go and learn. We do have upcoming events, and I'll just post this. We have tons of them. Okay, and these are ones that are all over the world, and in case you're looking for something in North America or Europe or annual ASEA events, they're going to be right here. Unless we can't do it. So instead, you're going to go to A-Team Support, and you're going to learn it there because that doesn't cut and paste either. I love technology. Okay, daily training calls. Chargeupcall.info. Everybody knows that is the backbone of our businesses. Every day, there's an amazing testimonial and an amazing lesson, and you will listen on those calls. They are filled with presidential and ambassador diamonds and diamonds from all over the world because that's how we build our business. And if you show your team that you're there, they will join you. It's very, very exciting stuff. Need to announce, so from that Scott LaValle, Emily Molinar, and Maureen Wagner presentation in Poughkeepsie, Maureen Wagner vaulted into the #9 top associate enroller in America last week. Huge congratulations to Maureen Wagner, who, by the way, was a patient of mine years ago. And when I told her about ASEA, she laughed at the seawater. And now she loves it. And now she's a top enroller. Very exciting. That's why you got to keep going back and talking to the people from years ago, because now they know you're serious. And also on the Autoship All-Star last week, Terry Malmid, #2. Congratulations. Okay, we had a bunch of rank breaks in the last week. We had Dr. Linda Callens from Jersey, went to Director 700. Very, very exciting from Associate. I Hope went from Associate to Director 300. Pedro Marcelo Loaiza went to Director 300. And Margarita Susana Bolaños Molina went to Director 700. And again, huge congratulations to the action that went on in Colombia this past weekend. Congratulations to Guillermo and Patricia and all of the Duenas family and Marco and Aniello. It was just an amazing turnout that they had down in Colombia, and just it was really, really exciting. All exciting stuff. Amazing stuff. We had a beautiful corporate presence down there, and we had a ton of enrollments the last 4 days from Colombia. Very exciting. Okay, so for our inspirational message tonight should be Kelly. Kelly, if you're there, please unmute yourself and let us know that you're here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but you're very soft. Can you get closer to the microphone?
How about now?
That is good enough, and we can hear you. Thanks so much, Kelly, for being the inspirational message. What do you have to tell us this week? Inspire us.
I just wanted to say that I've been a pharmacist for 25 years, and what I appreciate about ASEA is that it is sustainable. I think the general public, by and large, they don't understand that when you use a pharmaceutical to treat an illness, that it never gets to the heart of what the problem is. And as a result, they just keep getting sicker and sicker, and their dose of their medication will keep going up, or the doctor will have to keep adding on more and more medication, and their health will just continue to deteriorate. And as a result, the healthcare system will just balloon with more and more people that are unhealthy, that are being treated and managed in this sort of a way. And it's not sustainable because you will not be able to maintain sufficient healthcare workers to sustain that sort of a system. You will not be able to maintain sufficient drug supply to maintain that sort of a system. And you will not be able to maintain sufficient money to keep it going from the perspective of your American healthcare system, where it's covered through your workplace, or through ours where it's publicly funded. So a drug that may be covered for you at the moment, possibly in the future it will not be because it's not sustainable. Or a procedure that's covered for you now in the future may not be covered for you. Your access to your doctor will not be as easy as it might be now. So you might have to go to a walk-in clinic or to an emergency room, and it may not be sustainable from the aspect of drug availability. Currently, at any given moment where I work, we may be short in supply of 5 to 10 different medications, and as a result, we have to scramble to help people manage to get switched to a different medication. So you may be currently on one drug and have to switch to another one for the time being until we get more stock of something. So that's another aspect of unsustainability in the current medical system. So I say thumbs up to ASEA for being sustainable. You don't have to wait in a doctor's office to get a prescription to obtain it. You don't have to be concerned about the supply because it's being made in a North American plant that's controlled by this company, and it doesn't require some obscure ingredient from the rainforest that might not be available in 2 years. It contains simple ingredients, and you don't have to worry about your health deteriorating while you're taking it. In fact, your health will get better, and as a result, you will become a stranger to your doctor and to your pharmacist because you will get healthier as a result. So I say thumbs up for sustainability of something that's keeping you healthy.
Wow. Well, that was a perspective that I wasn't expecting. Thank you, Kelly. That was brilliantly said. It's all true. And when we talk about, when you look at ASEA as a business model, we've always been taught to teach people that when you're looking at a business and a product, you want to look at DSA, which is it different? Is it sustainable?
Yeah.
And does it give you an advantage? So we know it gives us an advantage. Look at all the people on this call and everybody we know. We know it's different because nobody's ever seen it. And yes, it's sustainable. And that's the antithesis of the pharmaceutical world. And welcome to our world, Kelly. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That was good. You have something else to say, and I'm listening.
I was just going to say it's sustainable because it gets to the heart of the problem, because it's getting to the cell. You're treating it from the cellular level, and you're treating it from your DNA so that your DNA gets positively expressed, as opposed to what happens when you're just using a pharmaceutical as a Band-Aid approach. That's why it's sustainable, because people don't continue to get sicker and sicker because we never get to the true heart of what's making you sick in the first place.
Beautifully said again. And so we've talked about this actually on the medical board, that when you're taking pharmaceuticals, you're very frequently looking to affect genetic expression pathways, but not in ways like ASEA where we improve them, but in ways to shut them down so that people don't experience that symptom. The problem is most of these genetic expression pathways don't only have one thing on them. That's why when you help a something, then you got to look for all these other things that you may be shutting down and causing as a consequence to that pharmaceutical product. And that's why this product is so important. So when you have that and it's sustainable, that's an awesome business model, because now we can help you get better. And I've been on the product, I'm into my 9th year. I still see things getting better month by month. Every couple of months I'll say, I used to get that. I don't get that anymore. My sustainability is improving. Thank you. Very eloquent. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kelly. Nice surprise. That was awesome. Okay. Raise your hand high. Put it in the chat. Unmute yourself and tell me who is going to do the inspiration next week. I'm listening. And then Jenny's going to write it down. So I'm listening. Who's doing it next week? Don't make me pick someone. Don't make me pick someone. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. Who would like to come on next week and just tell their story, how they were before, how they are now, and inspire us with your testimonial?
Foster Lynn Paniak said she'll do it.
I see it right there. Lynn Paniak, who, by the way, I won't give all the story away, but she was one of my first 5 guinea pigs. Too late, Scotty. Lynn beat you out. Okay. Lynn Shapaniak. Jenny is in charge of remembering that it's Lynn Shapaniak next week. We're going to do it next week. We're going to have an awesome call. And we're just really, really excited. This weekend just sort of shot a lot of people out of a cannon. And I am going to put them on the spot. Scott LaValle, I know that you typically have terrible cell service, but if you would unmute yourself and in 60 seconds tell us what you thought of this weekend and how many people in your downline team were present.
Yes, you totally put me on the spot.
I did, didn't I? And you can,
but that's okay. You put me on the spot all the time. That doesn't bother me anymore. So this weekend was pretty phenomenal, and I was very fortunate to have 12 team members there on Saturday, and it was all of them had actually been at the presentation that we did at Maureen's house as well, and there were 4, 5, I believe 6 of them were new signups that signed up at that presentation a couple of weeks ago, which is pretty impressive. Which says a lot about the presentations that you and Terry can do. So
it says a lot about the inviting in the building that you're doing.
Yeah, well, that too.
How does it
Thank
feel
you.
being like a proud papa and watching all of this spring up because of your efforts?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to throw a little compliment out there to you and Terry, because you guys are always helping me out with these things. But yeah, I mean, definitely Emily and Maureen, they're doing a fantastic job. That whole team over there is really kicking it right now. And of course, Maureen, congratulations on being one of the top enrollers last month. But Saturday's event was incredible, especially having the CEO Chuck Funky come on and speak, and Jerem Webb, and having all the Dr. Silverman there along with Paul Taira, Karen Riley. I mean, every time we do one of these events, it's always done right. And we had some new testimonials, and these are the type of events, like you've always said, are so important to get to. And if you can get your people there, or even get somebody that you're trying to have take a look at this product, these are the events you want to get them to, especially because people sign up, they come to these events, they hear the stories, they hear the science, they hear the other people and what's going on behind the company, and people will sign up at these events. And I know we had a couple there as well this weekend. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I know my entire team enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to many, many more, without question.
Awesome, awesome. And because the one went so well at Maureen's house, what are we doing on the 27th, Scott?
On the 27th, we're doing another presentation. We're going to be doing that in Pauling at the clubhouse here at Deerfield Ponds in my development. I've secured the facility, holds about 40 to 50 people. So I'm going to make up a flyer. I'll put it on Molecules That Matter and ASEA Trek Central. And please, you're all invited. Please get there, bring people. Let's turn this into a huge event.
Awesome.
Could be very exciting.
Thank you, Scott. His flyers, nobody beats his flyers. And I think Scott mentioned you were going to be catering that from McKinney and Doyle. Thanks so much.
You have to talk to my daughter about that.
Exactly. Okay, guys. Thanks so much, Scott. Thank you, everybody. It was an awesome week. Keep going. Go out. Use the funnel. Use Genie. Learn how to use them. It will change your future. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It was awesome.